Everyone's like freaking out. It's like
So can you take? Oh, you got class. No, that's fine. Class, yeah. I've got Mr. Cheese in.
It's on my face.
All right, I'll write your green stuff. Thank you. Yeah, record what happened.
Your pajamas. You guys gotta get the back of my head. So you don't wet.
I always hate, I say like the second was like, dude, the answer is like salty. Or like,
Right. Okay, Kathy. I saw you, I'll go say hi to you, but you.
What?
What? I'll go say hi to you, but you won't go to the
What? I was what? I'm sweating so bad.
You were last year that one day.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Oh.
Is my back sweating?
Oh, no, you're good.
Cassidy, did you get one? Yeah, Judith, did you get one? I was like,
Hey, she's here, guys.
Hey guys, look who came to play.
I mean, I just thought I would join.
So yeah, I mean, grab a seat. Absolutely, sit. So, but as they were coming in, I was like, it's pretty exciting that you were going to be here. And I gave them all the assignment of writing 3 questions each, and I didn't know how many questions they'd take. And I told them how like round tables work, and this is pretty much a round table. So you guys just jump in and throw some questions at her, and take some notes if you'd like. Right? We're going to record it so we can have that for your notes as well. It's okay if we record it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, fair play. So again, thanks for taking some time. And anybody have a question? Who has a question? I'm so glad you're still here. What's your question?
What's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration. So honestly, I grew up really looking up to a lot of singer-songwriters, and I wanted to do that for girls, and and boys, but especially girls, like, because I feel like I was like almost mentored by my favorite artists, and I want to be a voice for a generation of girls across the world, and I think that honestly, going back and reading my journal entries from when I was a lot younger, or kind of like looking back on those things, it just helps me to be inspired and motivated to continue going, because there are so many like little girls that I'll meet that just share stories with me, and I want to help them, and I want to be there for them, and it's really inspiring, and that definitely keeps me going on the hard days, for sure. Yes, what's your name?
Maddie.
Maddie?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You came, it says you lived in Texas and then you moved to Nashville to start your career. Those are predominantly like country music areas, but a lot of people describe your sound more as pop. How would you define your music?
I would define my music as it's a story. It all begins with lyrics for me, and country music has done a great job of being known for storytelling. And while I love pop melodies and I love pop music and I love the instrumentation and the production of pop music, I will always be telling a story in my songs. And so I definitely do have a lot of country influence, and since I'm Southern, and I went to Nashville to learn how to write songs, but I definitely want to marry those two genres and kind of bring the storytelling from country music to pop melodies and pop production. Yes, what's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor.
How did you know you wanted to do this as a career?
Okay, actually I have a funny story. So, I was 4 years old, and I have, those vivid memories that you have when you're like little. You can remember like 1 or 2 things, but this was like, this is one of the most vivid. I was sitting behind my dad in his car, and okay, my dad's a very funny person, and he was like rocking out to Shania Twain, "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," and and anyway, I remember distinctly like looking at the speaker and just like as a little kid, just being like, well, I'm gonna be on the other side of that speaker someday. And it was just the most interesting thing that never ever in my life have I questioned that this would be what I wanted to do. And it was something that I think kids think in a way that anything is possible, you know, and for some reason I just never let anyone change my mind, and so I'm here. Yes, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, nice to meet you. And I mean, I just love the zebra print.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, and they're footies.
Yeah.
They're like zebra faces on her feet.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Thank you. What was your a show that you played? What was your favorite area to play in?
Like my favorite city or like my favorite?
Yeah.
I'll answer this in two ways. So growing up, I used to go and play the open mic at the House of Blues in Dallas. And I would take my picture and hand it out to literally like the waiters or the staff, like all these people that I thought could have like changed my career. Anyway, and they did. And anyway, I'll get to that. But I would go and just literally be like, so when can I play like on the big stage? When can I do that? And like, and I would go to the House of Blues in Dallas all the time and give them my picture and sing my songs for them and do a little open mic, and they just, you know, who's this crazy girl? She's always coming in, you know. And anyway, it was really, really, like I almost get emotional talking about it. But like when I went through this summer, I went on tour with MKTO, and I got to play that big room, and it was so cool that they had all those like stupid pictures that I had printed out and given to them like years and years ago, and so it really meant a lot to me to come to Dallas and to play in that venue, especially just because like high school, oh my gosh, was so hard for me, and I mean it's hard for everybody, you know, but I got bullied a lot because of my music, and like, I mean, I'm like a crazy, I was always like, come watch my shows, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, stop talking. And no, but so I just felt like I really had something that I wanted to do when I left Dallas. And they like wrote this mean article and like this magazine making fun of me, and then like, you know, actually a couple months ago in that same magazine they put me on the cover of it. You know, and it's really cool to see how it doesn't matter your situation. Like, you can leave somewhere and come back, and it comes back full circle when you put in the time and the work, and you just literally don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. You know? So yeah, Dallas House of Blues, I would say, was really just, I mean, I think just emotionally was a really cool milestone for me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yes.
Since I know you're a fan of One Direction,
Don't even get me started. I love boy bands.
I know boy bands they're life.
I love them. And Nick Jonas, don't get me started. I love him so much, it's not even funny.
I'm jealous that you got to meet him.
Jealous?
Yes.
It's such a good song. Okay, go ahead.
If you could marry anyone out of One Direction, who would you?
And I don't get to marry Nick Jonas? He's not, I know he's not in it.
He could be your side man.
Okay, if I could marry anyone in One Direction, I mean, it would have to be probably Harry Styles.
Yes.
I mean, I'm all about a lead singer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Harry Styles.
Your children would be beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. What's your name?
Liz,
Liz. Nice to meet you.
you said you finished high school early. Like, how did you do that, and like, why?
So I had a voice teacher when I was 15 years old that would go to Nashville all the time. And that's really how that's actually how I got introduced to Nashville. And I begged her. I was like, oh my gosh, just let me ride in the back of your car. I just want to like be there. Just let me, I'll like deliver coffee, whatever you want me to do. I won't even speak. Just let me go. And like, so I went for a weekend, and I remember like literally bringing them coffee and like eavesdropping on like, ooh, they're making music. And anyway, I fell in love with the city, and I think more than anything just fell in love with the process of making music, and I just wanted to be around it. And so I remember when I came home, I told my parents, like, I'm gonna move out. Like I'm gonna take summer classes. I'm gonna go to school early. And I'm gonna leave school late, and I'm gonna finish school before I'm a senior because I have to get to Nashville as soon as possible. Like I want to get out there. And I mean I had let's see. So I did. I took summer classes, and I got all my credits early, and I moved out when I was 17. I mean, hardest and scariest thing I have ever done, but it was worth it. Yes. What's your name?
Katrina.
Katrina. Nice to meet you.
When you're not writing, singing, or performing, what are you doing? Like, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies. Whew. So honestly, a lot goes into this, and I am doing this independently, and I've decided not to sign deals that have been, I guess, kind of brought to the table in the past, because I want to remain in control of my art and in control of who I am and what I'm singing about, and I want to sing my own songs and be my own artist, and so honestly, 90% of my time is doing all of this. But I would say hobbies, I'm really close with my family, like my little brother, like my 6-year-old brother with that ring. I think, like, the cutest thing. And like, I spend a lot of time with my family when I can, via FaceTime. And I like yoga. I like to read. I like to read a lot. And when there is an oven, I like to pretend like I can bake. Usually things get burned, but I really put an effort in. Yes.
A lot of your videos, like when you watch them, they have like a vintage kind of like retro feel to them. Is that something that you just chose, or has that always been something you just really liked?
So I like the 50s and 60s for multiple reasons, and I mean, I guess I'll start